Welcome to the class, students. Today we are going to discuss chapter 14, Water, a natural resource. So students, as you know that water is very essential for our life. Okay, so now we will discuss about the water and its resources. Here is warm up. Let's warm up. Imagine one day when you wake up in the morning, you find that there is no water in the house and all the water supply has been shut down. How would this situation affects you? So you have to imagine the situation and write the situation in these lines. Let's know about importance of water, need of water, sources of water, uses of water, different states of water, water cycle, rain, condensation of water. So students, these are the topics we will discuss in our chapter. Look here, need of water. Water covers 2 by 3 of the total surface of the earth. That is why the earth is called the blue planet. So students, water ने हमारी अर्थ के 2 by 3 पार्ट को जो है कवर किया हुआ है. That's why हम अर्थ को क्या बोलते हैं? Blue planet. Here is water is found in their different states: solid, liquid and gas. It is colorless, tasteless and odorless. Even though water is abundant, about 97% of it is present in seas and oceans, but is not suitable for us. Water is essential for all living beings. Plants need water for photosynthesis and for germination of seeds. We need water for drinking and many day-to-day activities. Animals also need water. We use water for many purposes. That means drinking, cooking, washing, bathing, flushing the lavatory and even for recreation. So students, water जो है वो हमारी essential need है. वो हम है, एनिमल्स है, सबके लिए वाटर बहुत जरूरी है. एंड द सेकेंड थिंग, अगर हम बात करें तो जो वाटर आपकी अर्थ पे जो प्रेजेंट है उसका 97% वाटर कहाँ पर है? आपकी सीज और ओशंस में, जो हमारे लिए यूजफुल सुटेबल नहीं है. वी नीड वाटर इन आवर डे टू डे लाइफ एक्टिविटीज. नाउ डिफरेंट यूजेस ऑफ वाटर. वाटर ऑल्सो हेल्प्स आवर बॉडी टू वर्क. प्लांट्स ऑल्सो नीड वाटर. सीड्स नीड वाटर टू जर्मिनेट. Plants need water to make their food. They also need water to grow. What do you think would happen if we do not water plants? Student, simple. अगर आप plants को water नहीं देंगे तो क्या होंगे? Plants सूख जाएंगे, मर जाएंगे plants. तो इसलिए plants की भी essential need है water. Get it, students? Now we will discuss about the sources of water. Sources of water. About 70% of the earth's surface is covered with water. The various sources of water on the earth are rain, rivers, lakes, streams, canals, ponds, seas and oceans. So these are the different sources of water on earth. Here is rainwater. Rainwater is collected in the form of surface water and groundwater. Look at this flow chart of rainwater. Sources of water: rain, main source. Then we have surface water, groundwater. Surface water goes to lakes, rivers, streams, canals, etc. and groundwater, spring wells and infiltration wells. Here is surface water. Water present on Earth's surface in the form of oceans, rivers, lakes, ponds and streams is called surface water. The water in rivers and lakes comes from rain and melting of snow on mountains. Rivers flow into the seas. सो स्टूडेंट्स, अगर हम सरफेस वाटर की बात करें तो वो हमारे ओशियन, सीज और आपकी जो है लेक्स है, इन सब में प्रेजेंट जो वाटर है उसको हम क्या बोलते हैं? सरफेस वाटर बोलते हैं. नाउ हियर इज ग्राउंड वाटर. सम ऑफ रेन वाटर सीप्स थ्रू द सॉइल onto the non-porous rocks below. This is called groundwater. Sometimes due to high pressure, this water sprouts in the form of springs. The groundwater can be obtained by digging wells, मेकिंग ट्यूबवेल्स एक्सेट्रा. सो स्टूडेंट्स, ग्राउंड वाटर भी हमें मिलता रेन वाटर से ही है, लेकिन हम उसको कैसे यूज करते हैं? बाय डिगिंग वेल्स एंड मेकिंग ट्यूबवेल्स. नाउ यूजेस ऑफ वाटर. वेरियस यूजेस ऑफ वाटर आर एज फॉलोज. द फर्स्ट इज एग्रीकल्चरल नीड्स. Farmers depend on water to irrigate their crops like wheat and paddy. Then we have industrial needs. Industries use a large amount of water for cleaning, heating, cooling, generating electricity, etc. Then we have domestic needs. We need water for drinking, cooking, cleaning, washing, etc. Water act as a habitat for many plants and animals. So students, आप सबको पता है कि एग्रीकल्चर में हमें वाटर की नीड होती है, हम यूज करते हैं, इंडस्ट्रीज में यूज होता है, हमारे घरों में यूज होता है, एंड कुछ प्लांट्स और एनिमल्स हैं जो वाटर में ही रहते हैं, सो वो एक हैबिटेट भी है. गेट इट स्टूडेंट्स? नाउ वी हैव एन एक्टिविटी, एक्टिविटी 1. Aim to estimate our water consumption. With the help of your mother, find out how many liters of water are used daily for the following activities. So students, what you have to do, you have to just estimate the use of water in your homes. Activities: cooking, gardening, washing clothes, cleaning the floor, washing utensils, any other activity. This activity helps us to calculate the consumption of water by your family in a day, in month, and also in a year. So students, you can do this, is a fun, and you can take help from your mother. Here we have different states of water. In nature, water exists in 3 states. That means solid, ice, snow, hail; liquid, rain, river, sea; and gas, water, vapor, steam. Most of the water found on the earth is in liquid form. Example: rivers, streams, and lakes. The liquid state of water can be converted into solid state as ice. So students, हमारा जो water है वो अर्थ पे कितनी फॉर्म्स में एग्जिस्ट करता है? You all know 3 states of water. और water का जो most of the part है अर्थ पे, वो किस फॉर्म में एग्जिस्ट करता है? लिक्विड फॉर्म में. और बाद में वो किस में चेंज कर लेते हैं हम उसको? सॉलिड फॉर्म में. Get it students? Now we will discuss about the, here is evaporation. You must have seen puddles here and there after a splash of rain. But after a while, when the sun peeps out, these puddles disappear. Do you know why the puddles disappear? Is it magic? No. Is it not a magic? It's evaporation. So students, क्या है, अगर आप बारिश के बाद देखो, आपको पानी हर जगह दिखाई देता है थोड़ा थोड़ा, और जब सन आता है तो वो पानी डिसअपियर हो जाता है. Why? क्योंकि आपके वहां पर evaporation होता है, वो कोई मैजिक नहीं होता. Look here. When waters get heated, its temperature rises. As the temperature of water increases, it changes into a gaseous state, water vapor. This is called evaporation. Water, heat, after reaction, water vapor. So students, water vapor कैसे बनती है, या हम बोल सकते हैं evaporation क्या है? When water changes into water vapor, that is evaporation. Get it students? Now we will discuss condensation. Take a glass and put some ice cubes in it. Keep the glass aside for some time. What do you observe? So what you have to do, आपने ग्लास लेना है, उसमें आइस क्यूब्स डालने और थोड़ी देर के लिए ग्लास को रख देना है. You will observe droplets of water on the outer surface of the glass. These droplets combine to form bigger drops that trickle down and collect at the bottom of the glass. So आप क्या ऑब्जर्व करेंगे? आप ऑब्जर्व करेंगे छोटे छोटे ड्रॉपलेट्स आपको ग्लास पे दिखाई देंगे. तो वो किसकी वजह से होती है? कंडेंसेशन की वजह से होती है. Get it students? Now we have water cycle. The continuous circulation of water from the earth's surface to the air and from the air back to the earth's surface is called water cycle. So students, water cycle होता क्या है? water का continuous circulation air से earth पे और earth से air पे. Get it? Look at this picture, water cycle in nature. So ये किसका water cycle है? Nature. Look here. See, water vapor rises up, then water vapor form clouds, then rain falls on the earth, and then it will be in river, and river goes to the sea. So that's how water cycle works in our nature. Okay students, the water that evaporate mixes in the form of water vapor with the air. This water vapor rises up. As the water vapor rises higher and higher, it gets cooler. The temperature above the earth's surface goes down as we move higher. So students, क्या होता है कि जो आपकी वाटर इवेपोरेट होता है, वो वाटर वेपर एयर में मिक्स हो जाती है, और जैसे जैसे हम अर्थ की सरफेस से ऊपर जाते हैं, वैसे वैसे हमारा टेम्परेचर क्या होता है? कम हो जाता है. The water vapor then condense into tiny droplets of water. These tiny droplets of water form cloud in the sky. The tiny drops in the clouds join together to form large drops. These large drops of water falls down on the earth in the form of rain in very cold places. These water drops fall down in the form of hail or snow. Some of the rainwater gets absorbed by the soil and seeps under the ground. The rainwater also fills back to the rivers, lakes and ponds. The water from rivers flows into seas and oceans. In this way, the water cycle is completed. The water from seas and rivers reaches the lakes and wells. But how does this happen? Why is the water in the rivers, lakes or wells not as saline as the water in the seas or oceans? This is because of the water cycle occurring in the nature. So students, आपका वाटर साइकिल अगर हम नेचर में बात करें तो क्या होता है कि जो हमारा सी है वहां से वाटर इवेपोरेट होता है वाटर वेपर की फॉर्म में, और वो कहाँ जाता है आपके एटमॉस्फेयर में, वो एयर के साथ मिक्स हो जाती है. सो अब एयर जो है वो ऊपर की तरफ मूव करती है, और जैसे जैसे हम अर्थ की सरफेस से ऊपर की तरफ मूव करते हैं तो वहां पे टेम्परेचर कम होता है, तो वो क्या हो जाती है, एक तरीके से फ्रीज हो जाती है और वो क्लाउड का फॉर्मेशन करती है. फिर क्या होता है कि कुछ टाइम के बाद बहुत हैवी हो जाते हैं क्लाउड्स और बारिश होती है. बारिश कब होती है? अगर वो आप कोल्डर प्लेसेस की बात करेंगे तो वहां स्नोफॉल या हेल होता है. अगर नॉर्मल प्लेसेस पे क्या बारिश हो जाती है, वो बारिश का पानी फिर से आपकी अर्थ पे आता है, रिवर्स में लेक्स में होता है और वो सारा पानी जो है अब्जॉर्ब हो जाता है. तो इस तरह हमारा वाटर साइकिल जो है वो वर्क करता है और वाटर साइकिल हमारे एटमॉस्फेयर में रिपीट होता रहता है. रेन. Rain is considered the purest form of water. What happens if it rains heavily? Most of the rainfall in our country occurs in the monsoon season. The amount of rainfall varies from place to place. In some places, it rains throughout the year, while some other places experience very little rainfall. But if it rains heavily, it may cause the water level of lakes, ponds, and rivers to rise, leading to a condition called flood. सो स्टूडेंट्स, आप सबको पता है कि हमारी जो कंट्री है वहां पर जो रेन है वो हर एक प्लेस पे डिफरेंट टाइप से होती है. लाइक राजस्थान में बहुत कम होती है, लेकिन अगर यही बात हम असम और बिहार की करें तो वहाँ बहुत ज्यादा बारिश होती है और बाढ़ भी आ जाती है. क्यों? क्योंकि अगर डेली बारिश होगी, बहुत ज्यादा बारिश होगी, तो रिवर का जो वाटर लेवल है वो राइज होगा और जिसकी वजह से फ्लड आ सकता है. लुक एट दिस पिक्चर स्टूडेंट्स. पीपल अफेक्टेड बाय फ्लड. द इफेक्ट्स ऑफ फ्लड आर एज फॉलोज. Flood causes great damage to crops, animals, and human life. Flood water can damage structures such as buildings. Flood can lead to landslides. People and animals may drown in flood water and die. Unhygienic conditions caused due to flood can lead to spread of waterborne disease like cholera and typhoid. Flood can cause shortage of food crops as the entire harvest can get destroyed. Scarcity of drinking water may occur as the water can get contaminated. So students, these are the effects of flood. Now we will discuss what happens if it does not rain for a long time. If it does not rain in a particular region for a long time, it may lead to a condition called drought. So students, अगर बारिश नहीं होती तो drought condition होती है. A drought is an extended period of months or years when a region does not receive any rainfall. A drought can cause lot of damage and harm to life. Look at this picture. A drought affected field. The effects of drought are as follows. The crop yield becomes less. The soil dries up. It continues to lose water by evaporation. Water shortage may cause death of people living in drought area. Dehydration and other related diseases are common during drought. Lack of water may cause death of livestock. Food and fodder becomes scarce. It may lead to malnutrition. People of drought-affected areas may migrate due to lack of alternative food sources. This may put civic and economic pressure on non-drought areas. So students, अगर people क्या कहते हैं माइग्रेट करना स्टार्ट कर देते हैं तो उससे हमें क्या इफेक्ट होता है कि हमारी इकोनॉमिकल और सिविकल कंडीशंस खराब होती हैं जो नॉन ड्राउट एरियाज होते हैं. कंजर्वेशन ऑफ वाटर मीन्स टू सेव वाटर. You all know about it कि how to conserve water, and you have to do it because it is very important for us. Look at this picture student. Q for water. We must use water very carefully and avoid wasting it. Some of the ways by which we can conserve water are as follows. Look here. Use minimum amount of water for bathing. Use bucket instead of shower. Never drain the water when there may be another use for it. You can reuse the water used for washing vegetables, etc. for watering plants. Do not let water run while brushing, shaving or washing your hands or face. Make sure that your house has no leaky taps. Avoid flushing the toilets unnecessarily. A lot of water is wasted in this process. Turn off the taps immediately after use. Adopt rainwater harvesting. These are some points. You can follow these and conserve water. Here, rainwater harvesting. Rainwater harvesting is the method of collection and storage of rainwater from rooftops or from land surface for future use. It is a very good method of increasing the availability of water. The water is generally stored in tanks or is directed to the ground. So students, हम लोगों को रेन वाटर हार्वेस्टिंग का मतलब है कि रेन वाटर को कंजर्व करते हैं कैसे और उसका यूज करते हैं. ओके, देयर इज टू टाइप्स लाइक groundwater recharging. In this method, the rainwater is allowed to go into the ground directly. This can be stored underground for later use. Here, storing rainwater in tanks. In this method, the rainwater collected on the rooftops is collected in a tank with the help of pipes. This water needs to be filtered before use as it may contain dirt and debris from the rooftops. Also, the storage tank should have a tight cover to prevent the contamination of water and also to prevent breeding of mosquitoes. Open containers are not recommended for collecting the rainwater. So students, हमें क्या करना चाहिए? रेन वाटर हार्वेस्टिंग एक प्रोसेस है कि आपकी जो रेन होती है वो वाटर जो है ग्राउंड में जाता है, उससे आपके ग्राउंड वाटर का लेवल जो है इंक्रीज होता है. सेकेंडली, हम रेन वाटर हार्वेस्टिंग करते हैं तो रेन वाटर को हम टैंक्स में कलेक्ट करते हैं अपनी रूफ टॉप से, और वो प्रोसेस हम क्यों करते हैं? ताकि वो वाटर जो है फिल्टर करके हम बाद में यूज कर सकें. लुक एट दिस पिक्चर स्टूडेंट्स. दिस इज अ प्रॉपर सिस्टम ऑफ रेन वाटर हार्वेस्टिंग. What we learn in this chapter, now we will discuss it in a nutshell. Here, water is an everlasting renewable natural resource which is essential for life. About 97% of water on the earth is present in the seas and oceans, which is not suitable for use. We use water for many purposes, that mean drinking, cooking, washing, bathing, flushing the lavatory, and even for recreation. Water present on the earth's surface in the form of oceans, rivers, lakes, ponds, and streams is called surface water. Some of the rainwater seeps through the soil on the non-porous rocks below. This is called groundwater. So students, here is some keywords. Look here. Surface water. Water present on the earth's surface in the form of oceans, rivers, lakes, ponds, and streams. Groundwater. Water that gets stored underground. Then we have transpiration. The process of loss of water by plants in the form of water vapor. Then we have rainwater. Collection and storage of rainwater from rooftops or from land surface. 4. We have rainwater harvesting. Collection and storage of rainwater from rooftops or from land surface for future use. So students, these are some keywords. Learn them and I hope you enjoy this session. Thank you. We will meet again in the next chapter.